Hello, my beautiful ones. Welcome back to a new Pick a Card reading where we are going to get you some clarity on what your person is thinking and feeling about you and your connection at this time. So this can be for your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved, whoever it is that you are watching this video for. So if you're new to this channel, I am Dr. V. It's my absolute passion and purpose to do these readings for you so that you can gain clarity and confidence and make amazing decisions for yourself as you move forward in life, and to live your best life, not just in terms of love, but in terms of all of the wonderful things that you so deserve to have on this journey. So make sure that you do hit that subscribe button, join this incredibly supportive Live Tarot community. Also turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future readings. So let's get into your card choices. I have 3 piles here for you. Each one represents something different. So you can go ahead and close your eyes if you'd like to meditate, see what you feel most intuitively guided to. Also remember that this is a general reading, so not all messages may resonate for your situation. So just take what does and leave the rest. Now, if you'd like to have specific guidance on what's going on in your unique journey, you can have a personal reading with me, or you can order any of these oracle decks that I've created to also give you clarity on this journey. All of the information about those things are in the description box below. So let's get started. Let's see what you feel most guided to. You can pick pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, or you can pick them all and take the messages that resonate for you. So here is our pile number 1, Summer Solstice, Radiance. Pile number 2 is Autumnal Equinox, Release. And pile number 3 is Winter Solstice, Reflection. All right, go ahead and make your selection. We're going to start with pile number 1. All right, my beautiful group number 1 who chose Summer Solstice, Radiance. Here is your reading. So we're going to go in deep on your person's thoughts and feelings about you and this connection. We're going to start off with your tarot, and then we'll add some oracle cards to give us a very complete picture here. So let's see what you have. Ooh, the Chariot. 7 of Swords. Interesting. And we have the King of Swords in reverse. Wow. All right. So as you can see already, we do have a lot of mental energy coming through here. A lot of, just people being in their heads, I'm feeling from your person, first of all, that something's happened here. I feel like something has happened in this connection, as well as in some sort of an overall kind of like life experience, life journey here, that your person hasn't really been being honest with themselves, okay? Things have been going down, okay? Things have been going down in this journey, in this some sort of life situations here. And I feel like what's happened is that it's overflowed into your connection as well. So I'm getting the energy that for some time now, your person has been dealing with certain things that have really brought them to a darker place in their mind, especially. I feel like certain things have not been working out the way your person has wanted them to. I feel like certain things have gone wrong, things that your person did not anticipate. it made them feel like their life was coming to some sort of a standstill, right? They were starting to feel an energy of stagnation, of, I can't catch a break. Why is everything not turning out the way I thought it would? And so I feel like one of the responses that your person has had from that is that instead of kind of helping themselves by taking this into more of a spiritual perspective, right? Like opening up their heart, opening up that deeply spiritual side of them, which I believe they very much do have. But for some of you, you may have noticed that your person values the rational over the spiritual, even though they do have a lot of potential when it comes to being more insightful or being deeper in terms of their spiritual understanding or spiritual knowledge. I feel like your person has always been taught that rationality and logic and being kind of like the king of or the queen of your own mind is more effective or more powerful in solving problems. And so this is why they're coming up with this King of Swords reverse, the Seven of Swords, right? And the Chariot, because I feel like they have been taught that, at least up till now, they've been taught that the answer or the solution always lies in your mind. But I feel like now there's something here about the connection that they share with you that is making them see the light, that maybe that's not always the case, that maybe there are other ways to solve problems. There are other ways to approach challenges or obstacles in life and in love that are more heart-centered, more based in the heart. But I feel like your person is also realizing that in order to access that part of themselves and to open up that kind of portal of possibility for this relationship, especially to continue to grow, or if there's been a separation, which the Seven of Swords, that there is likely a separation that has gone on here. Somebody may have walked away. Somebody may have been, dishonest, with themselves and dishonest with you, or vice versa, that they've realized now that the way to this solution doesn't necessarily have to be through the mind, right? This King of Swords in reverse, this is a good energy, because I feel like your person was definitely coming through in the energy of the King of Swords that are like more of the darker aspects of the King of Swords, right? It's like that, it's always that yin yang kind of balance, right? Like we all have good points and more challenging points. So the King of Swords has many good qualities, but also there is a darker side where they can be a bit too much into their mind and not able to truly ground themselves in reality or ground themselves in their heart energy. And so I feel like your person right now, their thoughts and feelings are that they have definitely not been honest in this situation with you. And this is what is sending them into a very deep sense of panic and a deep sense of loss of control and a deep sense of fear. Okay, there's something here that may have been going on in their life, or choices that your person has made, decisions they've made that they are not proud of. Things did not go well. I feel like a lot of things blew up in their face. I feel like they took certain risks hoping for a certain reward, and then it did not happen. It did not go in their favor. And for some of you, this is not for everybody. I feel like some of the risks that your person took were not in their best interest, and certainly not in the best interest of your relationship. And so that's another reason why I'm getting this energy of like shit scared. Like they are shit scared about the fallout of this. They're really afraid of the consequences of some of these actions that they have taken. And that's why we're getting the Seven of Swords. And so I feel like there are, because they're afraid, I feel like for some of you who are in some sort of a separation, they're afraid that they're going to just lose you forever. Like they're not going to be able to salvage this situation. And it's putting them in a really bad place mentally and emotionally. And for some of you who there isn't a separation, you're working through this energy, the good thing is that they are realizing that they need to get out of their head, because it's their kind of like that headspace that got them in trouble in the first place. So what I find really encouraging here is that they're getting the Chariot. You know, I mean, none of us want to see the Seven of Swords, but if it comes with the Chariot, it gives me some hope that your person is trying to use the setbacks here, or they're trying to use the challenges or whatever has happened here that has been negative, and what they're trying to do is now regain control of themselves and the situation. And so the Chariot being major arcana, major spiritual lesson, I feel like your person is definitely learning that lesson, okay, that it's time to take control. It's time to steer this whatever their issues are and this relationship into a better direction. And that is what they are hoping for. That is what they're trying to accomplish at this time, because they don't want to lose you. They don't want to lose this connection. So the other thing I'm also feeling from them is that they know that it's kind of coming to a point of make or break. Like, they are going to have to work with you. They're going to have to get into this Chariot with you and lead this relationship to a better place, or else they're going to lose it, or else they're not going to be able to really be in a place that they want to be when it comes to their love for you. So I feel like there's a deep sense of realization that is also coming from that Chariot's energy. So let's go deeper. Oh, see? Yeah, beautiful. This is why I'm saying they don't want to lose you, for sure. Yeah. So see, your person is absolutely very clear. One thing that they are very, very clear on is what they feel about you. Okay, so if you're on a twin flame journey and you were looking for a confirmation of twin flame or soulmate energy, here it is, because this deck actually doesn't have a twin flame card. So this card kind of represents to me all of these very deeply connected soul contracts and bonds that have been forged from, you know, oftentimes many incarnations of different types of relationships that you've already been in together over many different lifetimes. And this is why you recognize each other so deeply today, right? So one of the things that I feel very strongly about is that they are not at all doubting or rethinking this connection. Even though they have been in their headspace energy a lot, I feel like that mental energy that they have been expending too much of, that they've been too much focused on, really has to do with other aspects of their life, those things that they are kind of not being honest about, or certain decisions that they made that weren't right. But I feel like you hold a very special place where it's almost like they hold you to a different level. You know, like for them, like you are a whole other issue. Like, even though they've made a ton of other mistakes in other aspects of their life, they hold this relationship sacred. They feel that this is where their heart is. This is where their true emotions lie, and that in itself is sacred and different and special. So they've kind of put you into your own little special little box, you know? But what's difficult for them is to reconcile, right? It's difficult for them to reconcile the places in which they have made some significant mistakes and may have made some significantly wrong choices. How do you reconcile that with the things that you're going through in your heart, right? The emotional piece. And this is where I feel like they have this kind of sense of cognitive dissonance, you know, and all that means is fancy term for like split energy, like not really knowing, like kind of like questioning your identity, feeling like you're like two-sided, like you can be kind of a bit of that Jekyll and Hyde kind of energy where, you know, in your heart of hearts, you're very soft, you're very emotional, you have this very deep connection and this special place for you. They have that for you. And then on the other hand, like they're kind of a little bit more ruthless in their other aspects of their life. And that's where it's like, it's hard to reconcile those things, you know? To me, it's kind of like that. You know, I don't know why I feel like Spirit is giving me this particular phrase, like the gangster with a heart of gold. Okay, so I'm not saying that your person is a gangster or they're in a gang or anything like that, but it's like that metaphoric, like energy of somebody who's kind of like a gangster type, as in they're very sharp, they can be very ruthless, they can really be very focused on going after what they want. They have that hustle mentality, but they have like and they can be sometimes mean, or they can be sometimes very like focused on what they want to the detriment of sometimes what is the right thing to do. But deep down inside, they also have this like kind of like heart of gold. So this is why it's like it's giving that dissonance of like, oh, gangster with a heart of gold. Very interesting, very unique energy. But see, they also want a happy family with you. So there's a lot of energy here of them wanting to settle down with you. Them wanting to express their love. This could be also a person who likes to express their love to you through gifts. They like to give things to you. They may, like to kind of show you how they feel by giving you, giving you things that express their emotions, right? This is somebody who their love language may be like, whether or not your love language is receiving gifts, they may be the type who likes to give gifts. Like this is important to them. They like to demonstrate their love, and they also very much see and envision themselves having a very happy family with you. This is something that they really, really want. And I feel like, again, one of the reasons why there may have been some of these things going on, we're getting unexpected visitors. So there's definitely something here about things coming up out of the blue, or people coming out of the blue. For some of you, this may be that somebody has come back into your person's life from the past. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be any kind of person that your person is deeply affected by. Like they could be influenced by this person. There could have been an unexpected situation or person that has come into the mix here that has also complicated the situation. Okay, so there's something there, definitely. And this unexpected visitor, unexpected kind of situation may also have led to whatever they were maybe holding back on or not really sharing about this Seven of Swords energy. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's for some of you, maybe not for everybody. So let's get some specific messages. What would they say to you from their higher self? So these are very specific, so just take them as they resonate for you. Because for some of you, these may be messages for some of you who are in some form of separation or struggle as well. And then we're going to take a look at what does your person want to do next. Okay, so what are their plans? What are their next plans for what they want to do for this connection? Is there any movement here? All right, interesting. So let's take a look at this. Everywhere I go, I look around as if you'll magically be there. So yeah, this person, if you're in some form of separation, they have not let you go. Like you are haunting them, like they want to see you, they want to be with you. They are still very, very drawn to you. And I'm not surprised because of what we've already seen right here, right? My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. So definitely, again, see if you're in some form of struggle or separation, or you've had to step back from this connection, see you're haunting them. See, they see you as their soulmate. They want this happy family, and it's making them think about what could have been, right? So there's a lot of sadness and despair that is also coming through here. It hurts to see online that you've moved on with your life, right? Yeah. So again, I feel like if you're in some sort of a break here, your person is still watching, they're still observing, they're still trying to find out what is going on with you. Because see, here's the thing, there's something here that has definitely come through in terms of clashing beliefs. It's like your person knows that you are a tremendous blessing in their life. Like they feel that this connection, this love was meant to be. They feel that there is a future here that is meant to be, but there's something here about beliefs that is getting in the way. Like they do feel that there are a lot of blessings, like you are a blessing in their life. This connection is a blessing for them. And I feel like they really want to overcome whatever this struggle is. And it may help if you guys have some sort of community or family or friends in common, somebody who can kind of help you guys to bridge this gap, because I feel like you guys both need some sort of support here, a support system that can help you, because I don't feel that either one of you want this to end, or that either one of you wants to walk away completely from this connection. But I do feel that there's some sort of beliefs here that need to be worked out, and that's what your person wants to work out. And it may very well, again, have to do with the Seven of Swords, like whatever it is that they're not talking about, whatever it is that they are either afraid to talk about or are hiding. This is where it may even have to do with some sort of belief system here that is obstructing your union. So I feel like this is the message from Spirit for you, is that get out of your heads here, start having some sort of, whatever important conversation here that needs to be had, and be raw. Like it's okay to be totally honest, lay it down on the line, speak from the heart, be honest, get out of that Seven of Swords and be really honest with what it is that you want, what it is that they want, and see if you can bridge that gap and see if you can get some support along the way here. All right. So let me know what you thought of your reading in the comments below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of these oracle decks that I've created for you to also give you some more clarity, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you all on the next video. My beautiful group 2 who chose autumnal equinox release, here is your reading. We're going to be getting in very deep on your person's current thoughts and feelings about you and this connection. We're going to go ahead and get started with your tarot. Then we'll add some oracle cards to give you a complete picture. So let's take a look at what we have here. 9 of Swords. Wow, that is quite a very dramatic, very interesting depiction there of Nine of Swords. Wow. 3 of Wands. And Queen of Wands. Wow. All right. So look at this. We are getting some very powerful Wands energy coming through here. So I'm feeling like right now there is definitely a very, oh my, I just felt a rush of, I need to take a breath here. I felt a very powerful rush of passionate energy. Okay, I'm feeling distance. Okay, like a really very passionate rush of energy, because you and this person may be distant from one another right now. Now, I don't know why Spirit keeps giving me the phrase distance, and distance can mean many different things. It can mean physical distance, right? You could be geographically in different places. This could be a long distance relationship, but I'm also feeling it could be metaphorical, like maybe there's some sort of emotional distance that has happened here. Maybe there has been some sort of a separation. That's for some of you, not for everybody, so just take it as it resonates. But I feel like if there has been some sort of distance that has been growing between the two of you, either physically, emotionally, or both, I feel like your person is really, really longing for you, as in that distance, whatever it is. And you know how sometimes you could even full on be with somebody, like you could be in a relationship with them, but if you are not connecting properly, if you are struggling in that connection, you know how they say sometimes you can be the loneliest person even though you're in a relationship, right? Because it's not just about the fact that you guys are together. It's about, are you actually connecting? Are you actually emotionally together? Or are you just kind of going through the motions? Like, yeah, we're together, but there's no real conversation. There's no intimacy. There's no love, there's no mutual understanding, and sometimes there's not even respect that is left, right? So I feel like your person right now is in very deep pain about this. Whatever this distance is, it is literally tearing them apart. Nine of Swords. And I'm feeling also for some of you, you don't even know this. Okay, I feel like for some of, this is not for everybody, but for some of you, you've been in some sort of separation. And for some of you, there's been no contact. So you have no idea what this person is feeling. So they are at a distance from you, in that kind of no contact thing. Like you may think that they have moved on. You may think that they've forgotten you. For some of you, I feel like it may have been at least a few months. It could be 2, 3, 4, up to like 6 months to a year, where you're just like, yeah, you know, this person's moved on. I'm moving on. They've moved on. But I feel like they haven't. Okay, there are still an emotional mess. Okay, I'm getting the phrase from Spirit, emotional mess is what this person is. Look at with this Nine of Swords, it's like they can't sleep at night. I feel like they're having nightmares. I feel like, look at this with the eyes on their body like this. I feel like they are in a state, they have a lot of anxiety that keeps them up at night. They're missing you. If you've been in some form of separation, they are deeply, deeply missing you. And they're feeling a deep sense of two things. And it's funny because they both start with a P. I'm feeling panic. I'm feeling passion. So there's this deep sense of panic that they're feeling, that the longer the time period of this distance, the more further away you are getting from them. And initially with this Three of Wands, it's like they were kind of playing the waiting game. Okay, like there was some part of them, and I feel like it was coming from ego. It was almost like this idea of like, if you were willing to let them go. And I feel like for some of you, you may have been willing to let them go. Like you may have said, you know what, I can't take this anymore. It's time for me to let this person go. I feel like part of it was their ego, as in they were playing the waiting game that you would reach back out to them. That somehow it would just be easy. You know, that this wouldn't be so hard, that there would be a reconciliation around the corner here. They were playing the waiting game. But I feel like that waiting game got long. And then it just became easier to stay silent. Because the longer they waited, the more they realized that, you know what? You know what you're doing. You know, like if you decided this, right? For some of you, I feel like they may have ghosted you in some way. But I feel like they ghosted you hoping that you would chase them. Okay, so it's like, and I don't even like the word ghost, as in like they may have like cut off contact or like stopped talking to you, hoping, because something may have happened, right? But they may have cut off contact with you, hoping that you would chase them, that your silence, their silence would make you come after them. So they played that waiting game again. So either way, there was a waiting game that was going on here. And I feel like the longer the time became, the more awkward and difficult it became for this person to reach out to you. And so they didn't. And so you may not have either. And so this has become like this, almost like this dancing game of, you know, how do we really feel? What do we really want? And obviously, the longer you wait to reach out to somebody, the more difficult it kind of becomes, right? But right now, I feel like they're also coming around into this energy of like, okay, maybe it's time for me to take action. Queen of Wands. Okay, so I feel like they needed to hit a rock bottom with this Nine of Swords. Okay, they needed to kind of like, the pain needed to get bad enough for them to finally step into the Queen of Wands energy and be bold, because the Queen of Wands, she doesn't take prisoners, as in like she is bold. She'll just put it out there. She'll be like, all right, you know what? If I get rejected, I get rejected. Fine. What's the worst that can happen, right? Like you'll say no, you'll break my heart again. I'll get whatever it is, right? But I feel like right now they are preparing themselves for this waiting game to come to an end. They're wanting it to come to an end. And they are trying to, because the pain of this Nine of Swords is getting to be too much, they are kind of in this preparation mode of, should I now take action? Should I put my heart on the line? Should I put it all out there? Let it all hang out, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And it's almost like going for that last big spin of the roulette wheel, right? Like, let me put all my chips. You know how you see in movies, like this is the image that Spirit is giving me. Like, you know how you see like in movies, they always show those like high stakes poker games, right? Where everybody has these chips and everybody's looking at each other. I call your bluff. Who knows who's bluffing? I feel like this has been the bluffing game here, right? Like each person is like, I'm not bluffing, and the other one's like, I'm not bluffing. I'm like, you know, I really don't care. And it's like kind of like been this like game of indifference. And now your person is like, okay, I was bluffing. I do want you. I do miss you. I do long for you. And they're taking that big pile of chips, and they're like, maybe it's time to like push them forward and bet it all. Like, and that those chips represent their heart. Everything they want, finally coming raw, finally coming clean, and they're going to push them. I don't know, Spirit keeps showing me this. Push them and say, okay, I bet it all. And if I lose it all and I lose you, yes, it will crush me, but at least I'll have my answer. So it's like that's where they are transitioning to this Queen of Wands energy. So let's go deeper and see what else is going on. Okay, see? Thank you, Spirit. Oh my God, this is so funny. Look how these energies are totally confirming this whole, like, it's time to lay it all out on the line. See, calling in your soulmate. So they want to call you back into their life. So if there's been some sort of struggle, separation, they are really wanting to call you back to re-manifest you, or to manifest you back into their life. See, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So they want to manifest you back. They're looking for the strength to do so. Angel of strength. See, I told you, they are mustering up their strength to put it all out on the table, like those chips. Okay. So if you haven't heard from them yet, I feel like you will. They are definitely prepping that strength. They're calling upon those inner resources, like, okay, do I have the guts to do this? Am I ready to step into that Queen of Wands energy? Because look, I can't lose my soulmate, my twin flame. You know, they love you. That's really clear here. It's funny because they're also trying to awaken that lion within, right? It's like there's a part of them that is fearful, obviously, right? There's a part of them that's really, really scared. But they're trying to muster up that lion energy from within. And look at this. Love who you are. You are divine. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Okay, so I do feel that whatever has caused a possible separation or a walking away or this no contact and people kind of being in their own corners, hanging on to their pride and their egos, I feel like one of the reasons for that is definitely issues of self-worth and deservability. Okay, so there's a reason why they have been playing that waiting game. And I think that waiting game is because of their own kind of lack of belief in themselves. They're learning. They're learning to love who they are more. And I feel like Spirit is calling upon both of you to love who you are more, each individually, because that's going to be kind of the healing balm to this relationship, to bringing you, the two of you, back together if there's been a separation. So I feel like that's why there's this beautiful kind of rescue energy, like it's like they want to be rescued. and they want to rescue you. It's like they want this relationship to be salvaged and rescued. But I feel like this term rescue to me is also about wanting to empower yourself. You know, like it's like you can't just expect that the universe is going to just come in and rescue you or rescue this relationship, right? Or rescue this connection. You have to be willing to take action too, right? Like, you know, like they say, you know, God or spirit helps those who help themselves. And so it's not always about, you know, waiting for somebody else to do something for you, to come and rescue you and to be a hero. You have to also be the hero of your own life, you know? And when you step into that energy of I love who I am and I love who you are, I respect both you and I'm not waiting around to be rescued. I feel like we can empower ourselves to rescue our relationship. Now you're stepping into true empowerment, right? You're stepping into that true angel of strength. You're taking the strength that you need to. Source is giving you that strength, that lion heart that you need in order to move forward. And that's where I feel like this energy is now coming into a beautiful energy. It's coming out of like those energies of like the waiting game and the struggle and the anxiety here. And it's coming into more of this Queen of Wands, more bold, more dynamic, right? The Queen of Wands doesn't need anybody to come rescue her. She rescues herself. And I say she as just, you know, just to make it easier, but it is energy, right? It's energy. So let's take a look at specific messages here. What would your person say? And just take these as they resonate. What would your person want to say to you? And then let's take a look at what they wish to do next. What actions does your person wish to take next for you and this connection? Wow. Wow. All right. So let's see. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. I wasn't honest with you about my feelings at the time. Okay, so definitely, right? This to me is why there has been some sort of distance here. Maybe there were hurtful things that were said, right? Maybe there was some frustration that was taken out on you that was unwarranted, right? Like this person or you or vice versa may have, you know, soured the relationship in some way. There may have been some sort of disagreements or hurtful things that were said that you guys really had a hard time coming back from, you know? And then it just became like, you know, not reaching out, being kind of dishonest about your feelings, not really communicating how you truly feel, right? And once you start doing that, then it becomes more about like the silence and the distance. See, I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. So I feel like this is a specific relationship for those of you who this is a situation where it's like you guys know how you feel, but you've been a bit stuck in the like kind of like friend zoned, or you've been stuck in some sort of an energy of not being able to move forward into a deeper romantic connection. Like, you know, it's there. Both of you feel it palpably, but somebody somewhere has not been willing to take the, you know, that leap of faith into making something that is a very close friendship into a real romance. But I feel like that is about to shift, because look at where your person's at in terms of what they want to do. So they know right now that they are kind of in the doghouse, like, winter's energy, as in they know that because they've been in this Three of Wands, playing the waiting game, kind of taking that bit of a, I'm a bit of a, a scaredy cat. I don't know if I should reach out, waiting for you to do so. I feel like they know that because of that, they've been in this winter's energy. They've been excluded from your life, from your heart. They're feeling the coldness, right? And they want to come back to the warmth, the romance, the love. And so they know they're standing here at this crossroads, okay? They know that they have to make a decision, and that decision is coming very clearly, because what they want is romance. As in, what they want is to rekindle this relationship, this romance, turn up the heat. And isn't it so funny? Because I feel like here they are in this cold winter's energy, suffering out in the cold here, knowing that they're at a crossroads where they have to, make a decision. And then it's like they want to come back into the heat of this romance. They want to come back into the passion. And that's why we're coming full circle with this Wands energy. This is all about heat and passion, right? Heat and passion. Coming out of the coldness into the warmth, the love, the nurturing, the relationship, the passion, the intimacy. So they are making that decision, and they are coming towards you for sure. So let me know what you thought of your reading in the comments below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, or order any of these oracle decks that I've created so that you can gain more clarity, all of the links are in the box below. So thank you guys so much for being here. You know how much I love you, and I'll see you all on the next video. My beautiful group 3 who chose winter solstice reflection, here is your reading. So we're going to get you some clarity on your person's thoughts and feelings about you today. And we're going to go ahead and get started with your tarot. Then we'll add in some oracle cards to get you a very complete picture. So let's get started. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Moon. Wow. Very interesting. So what I'm feeling here very immediately and very clearly is that there has definitely been a lot of confusing, often conflictual communication between you and your person. Okay, so I do feel that they are in a difficult place right now. Emotionally, I feel like they're having a very hard time effectively communicating what it is that they're truly going through. You may have noticed from this person lately that they're, you feel like communication with them has broken down in some way. This is the energy that I'm getting. It's almost like at some point you guys were at a level of very free-flowing communication. Like you felt like, okay, this is going really well. I feel like I'm really getting to know you. I feel like you're getting to know me. I feel like things are flowing beautifully. And then there's something here, some sort of obstruction that has come along within this energy. It's kind of like I'm getting this image of like pipes that are clogging, okay? Like where it's like at one point things were flowing very smoothly, and then something has happened to just obstruct or stop that flow. And so to me, it comes from some form of self-illusion or self-delusion or some sort of, limiting beliefs or thoughts that your person and maybe even you together, maybe, for some of you, there is definitely some mirroring going on here where perhaps something happened here which made you rethink or made your person rethink what it is that they truly want from this connection, because the moon's energy is definitely an energy of obstruction. It's definitely an energy of lack of clarity, and things just feeling like there is a veil over your eyes somehow, that, you know, before you had so much clarity, and now why is it that you are not seeing things clearly? Why are you feeling like there is some sort of a cloak in front of your eyes? And so I feel like whatever that was has caused a lot of tension. It's caused a lot of conflict. I feel like the level of conflict here in this connection is definitely at two levels. One level is at the level of the self. Your person and maybe even you are going through some self-conflict, self-doubt, things that are kind of being turned over in your mind again and again. And then I feel like whatever that individual conflict was within your own psyches somehow manifested into a conflict between the two of you. And so it became kind of like this chess game. You see how this person is playing this game of chess, but it's like what they're doing is they're moving around people, you know? Like, look at these figures. Like, they are people that are being moved around, that are being, you know, manipulated. And this is why I'm wondering if whether this conflict that has arisen between the two of you, does it have to do with you or your person being manipulated by other people? Is there somebody or some situation in that is affecting your connection? Is there somebody here who is trying to manipulate your person or this situation? Some sort of a third party. And like I always say, it doesn't have to be a romantic third party. It could just be any kind of a blockage that is coming in the way, that is blocking the flow of energy, love, healing, and understanding between the two of you. Because I feel like what that's done is it has really, really made the communication between the two of you struggle. And I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that both of you right now are in need of bringing your communication back to what I call the Pentacles level. And so to me, the level of Pentacles level communication is communication that is real, okay? Like, no holds barred, no trying to soften the blow. It's time for us to be brutally honest, because our lives are at stake. Our future together is at stake here. So there's no time here to mess around, you know? It's time to stop you know, acting like you don't know what's going on, you're confused, right? I feel like there's some sort of energy here also of your person kind of playing a little bit of that game, like, oh, well, I'm confused, you know, I don't know what's going on, I'm not quite sure what I want. But you know what, underneath it all, they really do. They really do. It's just there's something that they're being stubborn about. It's almost like, is there something that they want from you? Is there some sort of a concession? Is there some sort of a compromise that they want you to make in this connection that you have not been willing to make, or you don't want to make? And that's totally your choice, right? You have the power to make whatever decision is right for you. So don't feel like this person, because this is also kind of, to me, the energy of strong arming somebody. Five of Wands, it's like, you know, creating enough conflict and drama that you make the other person do what you want them to do. It's a type of like manipulation through fear. Like, oh, well, if you can't see things my way, then I'm going to keep coming at you, keep trying to change your opinion, right? Keep coming at you with conflict in order to finally wear you down until you do things my way or see things my way. I'm also getting like a bit of a punishment energy coming through here too, like a punitive energy. It's almost like sometimes this person, and I don't feel like they're a bad person, but I feel like it's almost like life has taught them, or their upbringing has taught them, to be a bit more punitive in order to get what they want. And what I mean by that is that they tend to, like, when they want something in any situation, whether it's a relationship, whether it's family, whether it's friends, I feel like what they have been trained to do, or kind of like learn to do from their environment or their upbringing, is that instead of asking for something you want in a good way, in terms of making it a win-win for you both, like, you know how they say, like, it's a really good thing, like when you want something and you're asking somebody for some sort of understanding, or if you're asking them to agree with you, if you're asking them to do something you want, then it's in your benefit and you'll more likely get what you want if you make it a win-win. Like, it's a win for them, it's a win for you. But I feel like this person has not been taught that quality, because I feel like if you have the mentality of I can create a win-win situation, that requires a level of humility, right? It requires a level of I'm not always right. I know how to negotiate. I don't have to put my needs and ego above all the rest. I can back down, right? There's a sense of humility and maturity that comes with trying to create a win-win situation for you both. But I feel like this person has been taught through their own life experience that it's better to kind of steal it by punishing people. Like, okay, if you don't see eye to eye to me or with me, or you don't do what I want, or I feel that you're wrong, then I'm going to punish you into getting what I want. I'm going to make it hard for you. I'm not going to show you the win-win. I'm going to try to guilt it out of you or make you feel bad, or, you know, like that kind of energy. And that's not the energy you want here. And again, I don't feel like this person is some sort of a bad person with bad intentions. I just feel like they've been taught wrong somewhere along the way. And it's now their responsibility to reteach themselves, or to unlearn the negative relationship lessons that they've learned in the past, especially because they want this to work with you. And if they're going to continue to be punishing, or continue to be critical, or they're going to try to make you feel bad about yourself in order to get what they want, well, that's not going to work. Because see, with this Page of Pentacles, it just shows you that they're not mature enough to really communicate with you in the right way. Like, they're struggling to do that, and they need to get real. Like, this cannot be about ego anymore. This has to be the realness of your relationship, your connection, and what it is that the two of you want moving forward. So let's go to see. This is what I'm saying. So this is what I mean. Like, this is not a bad person. I just feel like they're acting out of fear and they lack education. And wow, look at this. Oh, Spirit, thank you. Spirit is amazing. They are so concise. Look at this. See, they're saying here that your person is not a bad person. They just lack education. They lack relationship skills. And you know, these are not things that come naturally. You know, that's why there are like thousands of books out there, videos, content out there about how to have a successful relationship, you know, how to be a good partner to your person. And I feel like what they're now, I think they're starting to realize that it's time to learn these things, because maybe as they became more punishing, or as this conflict increased between the two of you, maybe there's been a separation. And because of that, they're finally like, okay, I didn't handle this right. You know what? You've left me, or you have told me that I'm dumping you for now, or whatever it is. Like, I totally went down the wrong path here, and it's time for me to learn better. It's time for me to educate myself. Maybe I should read a book on relationships. You know, maybe I should. This is what they're thinking. Because look at this. Look how they feel about you. See, you're their true love. You are their true love, and they feel that they need to open the door to romance again, because there's something here, I do feel, between this Five of Wands and this Moon's energy. I feel like maybe in this relationship, you guys may have kind of been losing the romance lately, right? Like, the love has been obscured. The love has kind of taken a back seat to some of the conflicts. And when you let that happen, obviously love is going to diminish. You know, it's going to be hard to open up that door again. And the longer the door stays closed because of resentment, arguing, ego battles, power struggles, the more that door is going to close, right? And this is what your person is afraid of. They are terrified that this door to your heart is going to close because they know that you are their true love. And so they are trying to either open up this door again if there's been a separation, or they're trying to make sure that it stays open, that it doesn't close up because of these more challenging, heavier energies coming through. So this is good. If they're looking to learn about relationships and educate themselves, that's a wonderful thing. And look, they're also asking for help. See, what is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. Ask for help. And I love this because what a beautiful combination here of education and asking for help. So I do feel that your person may be going to therapy. They may be going to counseling. They may want you to go with them. Like, I feel like they are definitely coming through with this energy of motivation and inspiration. Like, you know what? This is my true love. I love you so much. I can't have this happen. I know I have some of these ego or manipulation issues. I know I can be really mean and punishing sometimes. I don't mean it. It's just like the way I've been conditioned, but I know it's not an excuse, and I'm looking to educate myself and get some help here because I cannot lose you. That is the energy that is coming through, and I think that's really, really good. I mean, what else can one do? You know, the best way is to improve yourself, you know? And when somebody truly wants to change from their heart, when they truly want to evolve and educate themselves and seek the help they need to, you know, remove some of these negative habits that they've accumulated, that's the best one can hope for, because we can't flip that switch for them. They have to flip that switch for themselves, right? We can't change. Imagine how hard it is to even change ourselves, right? Imagine how hard it is to even stick to like a diet and exercise program every new year, January 1st, right? Everybody's like, I'm getting in shape, right? How many people actually are able to stick to it, you know? So if you look at how hard it is to even change ourselves, you'll see how nearly impossible it is to change anybody else, right? Like, they have to want it. So what would they say to you? What would they want to say to you from their higher self? Wow, interesting. And then let's take a look at what do they want to do next for you and this relationship. What do they want to do next, Spirit? What do they want to do next? Yeah, see? Ooh, this is really great. This is fantastic. Look at this. I see your smiling face in my mind's eye. I hid my true self from you because you challenged me to expand. See, I'm telling you, these are energies that are definitely lower vibration, right? You need to expand out of these kind of energies. But again, you have to be willing to put in the work that it needs to expand out of these lower vibrational energies. And so this is the thing, like, you know, you challenged your person because of this true love, because of what they feel for you and what this connection is. You challenge them to expand, and that was painful for them. And I feel like their response or their reaction to that was in, you know, becoming this argumentative Five of Wands, right? And see, they still see your smiling face in their mind's eye, as in, you know, they have not let go. If you're in some form of separation, that has not happened. See, letting you down was the worst decision I made. Okay, so they know, they feel very strongly that they have let you down. And again, this is good. You want them to come to this understanding. It's so important. It's so important for them to come to this self-awareness that they need to know that they let you down, right? So what's really amazing here that I'm loving is, look at this. They're going to be asking for your forgiveness. And that's a beautiful thing. That is coming your way strongly because, see, there's been definitely cycles of momentum that have gone on here. Your person has definitely been in more of that cycle of struggle. There's been some negativity there, right? There's been some inner turmoil, inner conflict that has spilled over. So there's definitely a momentum that has been pushing this energy on, but I feel like that momentum now is coming into healing, forgiveness, and transformation. Isn't this beautiful? There's a whole new energy here that is coming through that's going to be absolutely beautiful. There's a breakthrough, a reinvention. You're ready for the next level. There's going to be tranquility and peace coming back to this relationship, and I feel like that's exactly what you need. These are the energies of forgiveness, healing, and transformation that you truly must have in order to come out of the Five of Wands energy. And so what beautiful cards to get, right? Especially it makes sense because your person is also educating themselves and asking for help, and that's what's going to get them to this next level. And this is going to be beautiful for both of you. So expect an apology for sure. So let me know what you thought of your reading in the comments below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created here for you, all of the links are in the box below. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'll see you all on the next video.